Music today, in my humble opinion, is mediocre, lackadaisical, and very uninspiring. So let's dissect the root of the issue that is making these careers rapidly expiring. Let's discuss. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm coming at you guys with low energy. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. I hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there. So you guys, I know I come at y'all with a lot of excuses, but there's no excuse. Your boy's just been sick. For the past week at this point, I've had a sore throat, nausea, and now on top of all of that, your boy's got a pink eye. And dare I say, as I'm talking right now, I think my right eye got infected as well. If you guys don't know anything about me, I work in cosmetics, and if you got the pink eye, that's just absolutely not going to fly. So they sent me home for the last 2 days. And instead of me wallowing in my just pain and misery and depression, I'm going to go ahead and just try my best to make some content for you guys. I really didn't know how I wanted to come back at you guys, but I had to sit with myself and really reach deep down into the depths of my soul, which I also call my pussy hole. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about something that's been on my mind for a while, and it is just this sheer, severe, terrible state that music is in right now. It just bothers me. It bothers me because, you guys, I love music. I love music, and it's at a point now that when I get in the car, I don't even listen to music anymore. I just gotta keep it real. When it comes to music, I hate it. I just absolutely hate it.
I'm sleep. Take another break. I am so over it. I did not like none of it.
Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm forever going to abuse that clip of Kaya because it just speaks to my inner soul, especially when it comes to music. Shout out to the queen of hot bars and self-sabotage. But anyways, you guys, one thing that I do every morning, part of the reason why I'm tired is because in the mornings, I go to a bodybuilding boot camp at 4 in the morning every now and then so I can get this body right, get it tight. But every time I go to that boot camp, my instructor always plays this playlist on Spotify, and it basically plays all the rap hits of today. And when I tell you guys, that playlist just makes me want to just go back in the bed and lay. I just cannot stand the music that goes on that playlist. All of the hits today, they all suck. They all sound the same. It's the same cadence. It's the same director. It's the same beat maker, the same hit maker, the same writers, the same ghostwriters. It's all the same music. It's the same music, y'all. It's all the same. There's no variety. There's no originality. Nobody's trying to push the bar further. It just feels like everybody's just out here just fishing for a TikTok hit. And I said this in a few videos ago. I don't know. I've probably said this multiple times. TikTok is ruining music. TikTok is single-handedly ruining music. Everybody, and I can't even blame the artists at this point because these record labels aren't even pushing out music unless it's a certified hit on TikTok. Unless it's going to be #1 on the TikTok charts, especially now that TikTok is merged with Billboard. And if you guys don't know, not too long ago, the highest charting rapper, actually overall artist on the TikTok charts was Sexy Red. Sexy Red is I want to be nice because, for one, I do like her personality. I do feel like, even though she is an industry plant just like Ice Spice, I do feel like her personality is genuine and she's genuinely hood. She's genuinely a hood girl, especially from gutter ass St. Louis. But y'all, we gotta keep it real. Fan of hers or not, and a lot of people go up for her. All the kids go up for her, but we gotta keep it real. She represents the negative shift in music. At first, I thought it was Ice Spice, and she represented it too, but I think Sexy Red takes it to a whole nother level because, for one, she does not ride the beat, she doesn't clean her feet, and then on top of that, You know, it's this hood girl aesthetic that we're pushing out to the masses. You know, everybody is going to look up to her. Even grown women are going to look up to her because she's just like real and authentic and all that. And people like realism. That's all fine and cool. But, y'all, it's like the lack of couth and the lack of, not even the lack, the sheer raw form of not giving a fuck is Sexy Red in her personality and her brand. And then when you couple that with on top of her being pregnant, like, now granted, I'm all for women getting pregnant and, you know, working their careers and all that. And I do blame Cardi B for ushering in, you know, being pregnant in the industry is okay. If you're pregnant, you'll still get a payday. Kudos to all the women of the world. But back in the day, that shit would not fly. Like, that would not fly at all. I mean, y'all even, like, saw Britney Spears talk about how she got an abortion because, baby, if she didn't, her career would have been up out of there. I mean, hell, even back in the day, Jamie Lynn Spears, who tried to have a music career, she got pregnant, and Nickelodeon and the whole industry got her up out of here. So, it's just crazy how things have shifted into, like, the I'm a do me, do you boo mentality of the industry. Like, as long as you're making money, we're fine with you getting pregnant. We're fine with you doing this, that, and the third. We're fine with you really, like, pushing out a message that's absolutely absurd. Like, it's just the lack of couth and the lack of care and the lack of cultivation of these artists. And then I may have forgot to mention, or I may have mentioned, but I'm going to say it again anyways, her music is just downright terrible. Sexy Red's music is terrible, you guys. Now, I feel bad when I come on this platform and I shit on people's music because I'm an artist myself and I know what it feels like to put something out and expect, like, praise or expect, like, at least, like, constructive criticism. And I know what, like, genuine hate feels like to receive based on the art that you put out. But you guys, the music is just not good. Like, I mean, it has fire beats and it maybe like a catchy hook, but it's not good.
Throw that ass, you know you a hoe. Up and down, that booty gon' go. Twerking on your baby daddy, he finna lick my booty. Bop, nut in my coochie. Bop, slap on my booty.
I mean, these artists aren't even really speaking English anymore, and it's like a hit. It's like a catchy hook. Like, Ice Spice has her da-da-da, da-da, and then Sexy Red has ski. Like she's trying to be an AKA or some shit. Like what is this? But ultimately, you guys, the main thing that is killing the music industry today is the lack of artist development. Now, artist development is defined as the process of guiding, training, and nurturing a musician or group to develop their brand, their skills, and their overall career. Hear me again. To develop their brand, their skills, and their overall career. These artists are not getting that anymore. They're just like putting out viral songs on SoundCloud or TikTok, and then an A&R or A&E, whatever you call them. They pluck them out of obscurity and they just put them on the grand stage like they're ready, and they're not ready. They're not ready. It's like the music industry just wants to capitalize on a moment instead of cultivating an empire. Gone are the days of Whitney Houston. Gone are the days of Tupac and Biggie. Gone are the days of Beyonce. Even though she's still here, her time is coming to an end. Like, when Beyonce goes on retirement, when Nicki Minaj goes on retirement because she needs to, what are we going to have to look forward to? When Lil Wayne goes on retirement because he needs to as well, what next big male rapper are we going to have to look forward to that has the stamina, that has the artistry, that has the skills, that can rap on stage and not have their lyrics playing? Like, what are we going to look forward to when these grand artists, the last decade, the last legacy of these grand artists are retiring? Now, y'all may shit on Lil Bow Wow, but a few months ago, probably a month ago, he put out a series of tweets literally talking about every single thing that I have thought about in terms of these artists today and their lack of artist development. So Bow Wow said, "Can we please bring back artist development at these labels? Do these labels even care about these artists? Y'all be throwing them on platforms knowing they're not ready. A boxer is trained and taught before battle. We just keep throwing these subpar ass artists out there with no proper teaching. They can't talk. I don't understand what the fuck they're saying. Be dry as hell in interviews. Y'all know I take the stage serious. I don't even want to get on a stage presence. Rapping over vocals, shit is sloppy out here, man. We gotta clean this shit up. Get better or get the fuck out the way. It's too many real ones out here on the come up like Simba West, Cy Boogie, I don't know who these people are. I can name so many more. Lady London, Lola, like new artists that got it, who deserve the push. But instead, man, I'm done even speaking on it. Ha ha ha, shit be getting me hot. Stop pushing that BS on us. The fans are waking up and hip hop is about to change for the better. Stay in the house if you playing and move over and let the real ones play. Now for the most part, I completely agree with Bow Wow. There was a certain part that I didn't agree with, but I'm gonna talk about what I do agree with. It's the fact that artist development is really holding this industry back. Like the lack of it is holding these artists back, these music labels back, these music execs back. And it's just like everybody's just trying to like chase the bag to recoup. Like they're gonna put out a single just to recoup. Instead of like really like honing and really like developing that artist so they can just like put out good quality music and make money like a damn money machine. Now, what I disagree with in Bow Wow's statement is him saying that hip-hop is about to change for the better. Baby, my biggest gripe is with hip-hop and rap right now. We're celebrating 50 years, and what the fuck are we celebrating? We're celebrating nothing but mediocrity. For one, the male rappers, y'all are down bad. Like, y'all have been fucking up for a while. Y'all been fucking up. But y'all are down, like, worse than the female rappers because you guys are not making good music anymore. You're not selling out shows. You put out these albums with no promotion and they flop. They flop hard. And then on top of that, y'all keep going to jail. Like, y'all keep putting out music and going to jail. And it's like you're on the rise, and then bam, you're doing some fuck shit behind the scenes because you can't afford your record advance, and then you're in prison, and then bam, your career's over. Like, male rappers, like, this is the saddest state I have ever seen male rappers be in, especially now, in my opinion, because rap is ran by females and gay men at this point. And my female rappers, y'all are fucking up. Y'all are fucking up too because everything y'all put out is redundant. Now, the pussy rap was fine and fun in the beginning, but now I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, I want you to beatbox, not rap about your box. Like, yo, I never thought that female rap would become so tired through and delayed, but I just cannot. I'm at a point where I can't get jiggy with the shit anymore. Now, for example, like the City Girls came out with their Raw album. I really hope it didn't stand for Real Ass Whores. Like, y'all could have been more creative than that. But they came out with their album, and it was projected to sell 8,000 units the first week. Now artists are not selling like that anymore. Like, they just aren't. Nobody's fucking buying albums anymore. Like, everybody has Spotify or Apple Music. They just pirate that shit for free or pay a monthly fee. But that's still pretty damn bad. Like, y'all are more established than Coyle Ray, and Coyle Ray did better than y'all with her album. Another thing that's killing these artists is the lack of promotion. The lack of promotion. To all my artists out there, you're not fucking Beyonce. You need to go out and promote. Promote. Go to the local radio station. Hell, go to Instagram. Like, get on Instagram Live. Promote your shit. Promote it. Like, go to fucking, I don't know, go to TRL. I don't know, like, do something to promote your shit. Y'all keep throwing your albums out there expecting it to sell, and no, you're throwing it out there and it's going straight to hell. Going back to the City Girls, I watched their Breakfast Club interview, and they even talked about like how their team is not handling them right because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know if they're going to be on this show one day or if they're going to be doing like a promotional tour the next. They don't know how to promote their own shit. Like, they rely on the label to do everything. Sometimes you got to take that shit into your own hand. I'm sorry, like, sometimes you gotta be like, okay, if this bitch ain't doing for me, I'll do it for myself. Like, y'all have relied too much on this label that already doesn't give a fuck about y'all. All they care about is a return on the investment. Sometimes you gotta take the shit, like, by the balls and just ride that shit. Ride that shit until the wheels fall off. And then on top of that, people aren't buying the music because they can't connect to it because the music is not coming from the pussy hole. Hear me out. The music is not being written by these artists for the most part. Now, I know some of them are handicapped, like some of them are in a label and they won't let them write their shit because sometimes it's just not going to be a hit. So they bring in ghostwriters to get a certified hit and a certified hit on TikTok. I get all that. The majority of the music that is out today is not being written by the artists, and that is why a lot of us are disconnected from these artists because we cannot connect to them because they didn't write the shit. If you guys don't know, the writer's strike ended about a few months ago, but what you don't know is the music, like the Ghostwriters, they were a part of that strike. So therefore, it was a trickle-down effect to this shitty music that we're hearing today because a lot of these writers were absent. They were out on the picket line with the rest of the writers in Hollywood. So therefore, the ghostwriters for a minute were not getting paid, and that's why the good music is severely delayed. I know I'm ranting, but I'm very passionate about this because the music industry used to be bright, vibrant, and it used to give me hope in the world. But the music industry has so much fuck shit and evilness that needs to be purged all the way out, you guys. For one, I'm tired of these record labels having a dollar over dynasty mentality. You know, they're not trying to build up the artist. They're not trying to let the artist create a legacy and a dynasty for themselves. All they care about is the coin. That's all they care about. They're pimps at this point. Like, what can you bring? How much can you sell? What can you do? What can you do for us so we can do for you, even though they barely do for you or even care about you? They're not seeking these artists out for the art. They're seeking them for the sheer amount of greed and what they can do to make the label succeed. Like, that's all they care about. Another thing that is holding this industry back is the industry gatekeepers. Now, majority of the gatekeepers are damn near retirement at this point, like Jay-Z and Diddy. And I'm gonna get on Diddy's ass because when I look at Diddy could have had the whole world in his hands. Like, Diddy could have been that nigga in the rap game. Like, he really could have, not even in the rap game, in the overall music game, because Diddy had a diverse range of artists underneath his belt, and majority of all of them were talented. All of them were putting out hits. And he screwed over almost every single one. Every single one of his amazing, immensely talented artists got screwed over at Bad Boy Records. They either got screwed over, or they got killed off, or they got suppressed, had to take some money and go run away. Like, it is just sad looking at the amount of talent Bad Boy had and looking at what it is now and what happened to these artists today. And it's very shitty because these gatekeepers, like, they're not even like mentoring these young artists. Like, there's just nothing. Like, these young artists are just coming in and just like having to figure out via trial and a lot of error. Like, there's nobody trying to help them because these gatekeepers are still greedy as hell and only care about their own careers. That's all they care about. They don't want to like mentor anybody or lead them to success or greatness. Looking at you, Nicki Minaj and Beyonce. Love you too, but we got to keep it real. Like, Beyonce, girl, you got Chloe and Halle's careers in a chokehold. Like, Chloe should not be flopping the way that she is, but baby, here we are. And Beyonce, you've had other artists under you that are just flopping. It's like some of these gatekeepers are suppressing younger talent from like even reaching 1/10 of their spot in the industry. Like, why are you threatened? You had your time. Everybody will have their time. Your time is up. But yeah, overall, you guys, the music industry just fucking sucks. It just sucks. I could go on a lot longer, but I want to wrap this up because this video's gotten a little long. But let me know how you guys feel about the current state of music, the current state of the rap genre, which is being taken over by Afro beats and K-pop. And also, where do you guys think the music industry went wrong? But those are my views. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to come back at you guys with some more content.